Do you ever feel like you are battling a time machine? My name is Ashley Latimer, and if you feel alone, stuck, or left behind by your entrepreneur, don't worry, I'm here for the level up. I've been an entrepreneur wife for the last 15 years, a supportive entrepreneur wife for the last 10, and an on-fire entrepreneur wife for the last 5 years. But let's talk about this thing called time. Time is one of the most valuable resources. I said it's almost like it is the most valuable resource on the face of the earth, and we cannot get it back. And that is why I think it's very important as an entrepreneur family that we systemize our lives so that we get back the most precious thing. That's time with our family, our husband, whatever we want to do, our passions that we want to do, our mission, our mandate, our purpose in life. But it's this thing with time. Now, I don't know if I'm the only woman out there, but that struggles in this area, but I deal with a lot of mom guilt and almost a thing called time guilt. How am I spending my time? I sometimes will get stuck in this like overwhelmed state because I don't have enough time. And so then I get paralyzed and I don't execute the time that I have. Or I mismanage my time and I then put myself in a guilt loop that ends up paralyzing me. And you can see where this goes down so many rabbit holes and isn't healthy. And I want to be intentional with my children, with my husband, with my business. But sometimes, it's funny that I say the word sometimes, sometimes I don't show them that they're important because I get stuck on social media. You get stuck in the scroll and you're scrolling and you're doing all these things. And here's probably the biggest one. And as I've been working with entrepreneurs and entrepreneur wives, I found this to be the biggest one. I don't spend enough time filling myself up to give my time to other people. What is your self-care game? Now, self-care is this like weird thing that sometimes we think of as like, oh, self-care, first world problems, right? You think self-care is only for the rich and the famous where they go get manis and pedis every day and, massages and all these things. But self-care is so important. Self-care is the place where you get restored to a whole you so that you can show up in the world differently. See, when you are fully taken care of and you're on a mission, a mandate, and a purpose, and you aren't struggling guilt, and you have been totally filled up, you can go and basically activate the troops. Like you can do so much when you are a full person. But it takes that step to become a full person. So it's like this weird, out of whack loop that like, you're like, well, I actually don't have any time to fill myself up because I have all these other things. You need to stop those other things, get yourself right, and then execute those things. Now, I would love to say that I'm a professional at this, but I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. The other day, I felt like I was like a nervous basket. I don't even know if a nervous basket's a word, but I'm inventing it. I was a little nervous basket and I was like getting very overwhelmed by all the things I was doing. And then my mom guilt creeps in and is like, have you spent enough time with Finley today? Have you spent enough time with Judah today? And I just started to get myself really overwhelmed and I went in shutdown mode. And I was like, I need to pause. I'm working on the level up. See, the level up is a choice that you make daily. Even amidst the day, you can have some moments where you're like, ooh, that was a little bit of a donkey talk. That was a little bit of a low level thinking. And you have to level yourself up. And I said, I'm going to stop everything. And I'm going to go take a bath. And I'm going to get refilled because my family is worth it. My children are worth it. Like if I show up for Finley or Judah right now as a strung out mom, I'm not going to be intentional. I'm not going to show up as the mom I could be. They don't need a strung out mom right now. They don't need a mom who's in paralyzed mode and just wants to scroll the internet. They need a mom who's intentional. So I'm going to take this little bit of time and then I'm going to give fully. And that's what happened. So my question is to you is, are you taking those moments to get yourself filled up so that you can show up, level up in the world differently? That you can be intentional with your children, your husband, and your business. Because if you're just running on fumes, my friend, it's going to take it will take like only one thing to just throw you off for like a whole month. I don't know about you, but when I find out that I'm not taking care of myself and I put myself last, I end up sick and out of the race for at least a few weeks. And then my kids are off, and it's just like a domino effect of destruction. And so I want to challenge you to take some time to fill yourself up and tell the mom guilt to shut the freak up. Tell your mom guilt to shut up, because taking care of yourself is the way to battle mom guilt. It seems a little counterintuitive, but it is. Tell mom guilt to shut up, and then you're going to show up for yourself. And guess what? You don't actually get more time in the day, but it feels like you do. This is a way to battle the time machine and to show up in the world differently, is to sometimes push pause and then do a restart. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. But let me tell you this, I want to know your story, because the thing that motivates me to keep on going is the story of your lives. The story that, where are you stuck? Where are you winning? I want to clap and cheer. So come find me somewhere on the interweb and I will clap and cheer for you, because I want to know you, friend. See you in the next video.